Good evening, America. Another edition of Chestnut Checkers with Shane Jenkins. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. Um, I have a special edition tonight. We have a couple of guests, and I'm looking forward to introducing them to you. And one of the guests, Jeff McKellop, Special Forces Green Beret. Man, I did a bunch of time with in the DC jail. He just wants you to know that he needs one thing from you. He needs you to take action. And so please don't let this fall on deaf ears. If you hear this and you feel led to do something about it, because this man has been through all the stuff he's been through, hunted bin Laden, hunted weapons of mass destruction, went to January 6th as a concerned patriot, was entrapped prior to that, was smart enough to find his way out of that trap, but then watched this rogue DC Metro police officer who was actually in the leadership role on the ground that day in DC, get out of control. And now he's being sued by said officer for, I believe, $1 million, even after he's been pardoned by President Trump. And so he's going to give us his backstory. Laura Brockway is going to be with us as well. She's going to give us her backstory. And she is a concerned citizen, just in not a official journalist, but just a concerned citizen journalist, bringing light to something that she feels passionate about into the darkness. And so she's concerned about January 6ers and our plight and what all we've dealt with. And she's especially concerned about Jeff, as we all are, and ourselves. You know, the 1,600 people that went through what we went through. We don't want this to happen to anyone in America again. And I wouldn't care if it was Antifa, BLM. It doesn't matter. What happened to us should never happen to anyone else. And so some good news happened this week. Steve Jensen was finally fired from the FBI, and he was the man who determined, and I'm sure somebody told him to do this, but he was the one that determined that January 6ers would be classified as domestic terrorists. And so finally they got rid of this maniac. And that was some really good news we got this week. They got rid of some other people who were resistant to the Trump administration and attempting to sabotage his agenda. So without further ado, we're going to bring up Laura Brockway and Jeffrey McKellop. Hello, Laura. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Shane and Jeff.
Hi. So Laura, if you wouldn't mind, just give us a little bit about yourself and what you do and how you got involved and how we ended up on this podcast together.
First of all, it's just an honor to be here with the two of you, who I believe are true American heroes, and all J6ers. I am Laura Brockway. I have a small platform, Infant King Media, and I'm a traditional Catholic. Most of my content has, up until recently, been very focused towards that. But when President Trump pardoned the January 6th defendants, and I started seeing you guys out on social media, I said, okay, I need to make a comeback with my podcast because I want to talk to these guys. I want to get the truth out. I was a citizen, a patriot at the Ellipse on January 6th, and nowhere near the Capitol or anywhere near any trouble. But we were all there in the same spirit that day, and I've always known that it was all lies and propaganda. And so now you guys are out and you're telling the truth, and my heart just wants to help you guys get the truth out. So that's really just who I am and where I came into this. Jeff keeps. I've had Jeff on my podcast. It was an absolutely fantastic interview, and we talked about doing some more of the body cam footage where we show the footage and Jeff narrates because the videos show the truth about what really happened that day. Whereas, I can see, anybody can see, anyone who wants to see the truth can see that what America saw, what the world saw on television was manipulated. Little bits and pieces and frame shots. We're showing the videos, that the entire story, so that you can get the proper context. I think this is really important that people stop and watch these and listen, because these are people who took the time to listen to all of those bogus January 6th committee nonsense. And this is finally the truth coming out, and you need to take the time to sit and listen to this too. My end game, I mean, I hope you guys get to testify to Congress about the truth about what you guys see here. More people need to see it. I went off on a tangent already. I'm going to give you back the floor.
Well, what
And
so
here's
what is your show called? What are the name of the two you said
No
you had?
Soul Left Behind is my podcast. And
Okay.
I've had the pleasure of interviewing so far just 4 January 6th defendants. I'm hoping to get Shane next. But Tim Hale, Joseph Fisher, Jeff McKellop, and Jay Kenyon. These stories that we've heard and we've told. We're here tonight to tell a story, and that's what my podcast tries to do, to tell a story. And no soul left behind, and you guys weren't left behind, and certainly not in prayer. But and we did podcasts about you. We talked about you. And my fear is for our rights. If this happened to you, it's going to happen again unless we do something about it. So here I am, just bringing my heart to the table and saying, we got to get this story out.
Well, my producer is trying to get the links up right now. It's fine. Okay.
Thank you.
But we do so it's Infant King Media, and the other one is No Soul Left Behind, and those are both on Facebook. So if you guys will go check those
are
out.
on Facebook, yes.
Okay. So we will, and I will commit here on the air to coming on your show whenever you're ready. I'm traveling a lot the next 2 weeks, but maybe after that we can get me on there. Okay, so there it is, Infant King TV. So if you can go to Facebook and find that, she's got a decent following on there, and it'll be entertaining. If you've ever had an interview and you saw Jeff McKellop, that's something you got to tune into, because he is a character for sure. So
he's such a joy to talk to, and we're going to get to talk to him right now, aren't we?
That's him.
He's controlling it.
All right. So Jeff, give us a little bit, man. I'm honored to call you my brother and my friend, and we did many months in the DC jail together, and they shipped you off to Fort Worth, where I was born and raised, to federal prison there. But give us a brief history of your past and all that for real quick, and then we'll kind of move forward into January 6th after that.
I was conceived in a mud puddle at Woodstock in 1965. So I to give you an inclination. So just broke environment all through childhood. And I was raised by hippie stoner biker parents, and left home when I was 15, joined the military when I was 21 years old, and never looked back, man. Never went back to California. And I found a calling. I saw a video one day, and I joined the Rangers, 2nd Ranger Battalion, Fort Lewis, Washington. I was there for 2 years. I got kicked out of that for just being stupid. And then I got into Special Forces after that, and I was in Special Forces for 10 years, and my life completely changed, where I found people just like me. So
wait, so you got kicked out of the Rangers and then joined Special Forces?
Yeah.
How does that work?
That's kind of a joke. It's like, yeah, you can't make it in the Rangers, might as well join Special Forces. Like, okay. So
I think Special Forces are for the totally out of control ones, right?
I herniated a disc in my back making it through selection, man, and that took about 1.5 years to recover from, carrying some pretty heavy stuff. But anyway, so after that, I was just in the military for 20 years, and when I joined SF, the third group, ODA 394 and 396, my life changed forever. And then the Great War kicked off, and then it was all go from there. And I was never home again. I was either in Afghanistan, Iraq, or Africa for the rest of my tour in the military. Then got out of that and got into contracting, which I didn't understand the scope of what I was getting into at first until I went on my first deployment as a contractor, and it opened my eyes to a lot of subversive action, if you will. We'll say subversive action, and things that go down behind the scenes that nobody knows about. And I'm like, holy shit. Man. And I'm like, man, oh man, this is bigger. This is a bigger sandwich than I thought. But you sign, and statement of non-disclosures and stuff like that, so you can't talk about a lot of things. So I'll just tell you that it was like being in a Jason Bourne movie, pretty much. But
so let me clarify something. So when you say contracting, you were working as a contractor for the CIA, or you're contracting for companies like BlackRock, like mercenary work, or a little bit of both and stuff that's off the record you can't talk about?
Yeah,
Like,
you have to choose your verbiage, man. So I was a subcontractor with another company called Securing Our Country, SOC. So the movie 13 Hours, Benghazi,
yeah,
that was the same company I worked for. I knew those
Okay.
guys. I've worked with them at one time or another. They were good men.
Okay.
And Hillary Clinton left them hanging, man. And that was sad. That was really sad. I remember the briefing of that. It was a 3-hour briefing. And by the time it was done, I swear I didn't drink water. I was scared. I was furious. I couldn't believe what my country had done to these men. And it's just, now it's just like,
you believe it now, don't you?
yeah. And people don't understand the severity of it, just like January 6th and the complexity of it, what it took to orchestrate that event. And just like you guys know, and some of the other dudes that are hanging out with, that we were in J6 with, I'm not saying I'm the sole proprietor of the information. There were quite a few of us that got together and figured this stuff out. And we started making maps and doing all kinds of things, writing down the camera angles and stuff. I have been witnessing these things online are the same things that I used to do. Okay.
And so I wanted to kind of tie that together for you. You said, and you can't really talk about the things that y'all were doing, but obviously they were probably not condoned by the government of the country's government that you were in, which if they can do it over there on foreign soil means that these same organizations can operate on domestic soil and manipulate occurrings such as rallies or whatever is going on in the streets and stuff like that. So it's not a stretch for us to say a color revolution in another country would be a hard thing to do in America. Is that kind of
what have I always said? It's guerrilla warfare. They dress like the Republicans. They dress like conservatives. They dress like the people that are trying to defend freedom and then commit acts of violence in their name. That is guerrilla warfare, not gorilla, Captain Ron. There's a difference. All right. What's up, Laura? You were going to say something?
I was just going to say that since we all understand and we accept so willingly that our country perpetrates this in other countries against their people, why are we also surprised that they did it to us? But we are. So, and you have the proof.
Because as a Christian, man, you want to be trustworthy, man. You want to
believe that they did it to us. So we go around.
We got these fools.
Really use plain language. We go around doing things to people around the world. And why are we so surprised when they did it to us? I had to keep that.
Just like when Marjorie Taylor Greene, Louis Gohmert, Bober, Anna Lapua Maria, whatever her name is.
Paulina Luna.
Whatever, man. She's probably illegal
I'm
too.
so sorry for all of that trouble, you guys, because I can remember being on the outside and watching all of that happen. And it was so scary, but it seemed staged even then. And it sounds like it only hurt you guys on the inside when
we tried to talk to them. We had notes. We were giving them information. They didn't want it. I tried to shake Louis Gohmert's hand. I had a note wedged in my fingers. Dan and I practiced this. And I was going to shake his hand and pass the note off of all the corrupt officers that were there on January 6th committing the most heinous crimes against innocent civilians.
To give you some context, Jeff, like you're talking about. So while we were in the DC jail, we were visited initially by Louis Gohmert and Marjorie Taylor Greene. We were visited then by Troy Nels, and then a third time a large group came with Anna Paulina Luna, Lauren Boebert, MTG, Andy Biggs. I can't remember the this Navy SEAL guy from Arizona. There's quite a few. But and so again, now you were talking about he was attempting to pass off this vital information to these Congress people. Now go ahead, Judge. I just wanted to kind of frame that for you.
No, I was like, sir, Mr. Gohmert, how are you? He's like, good. I'm good. And I'm like, all right, here, shake my hand, sir. And I had to whisper. I was like, shake my hand. He's like, why? And he put his hands up like this. He was trying to protect himself. Skinny jean wearing, safe space sissy, freaking and I'm like, take the note, man. He's like, why? Why do you want me to take? I'm like, it has critical information. Words like torture and abuse and psychological warfare are being used against us. Do you understand what I'm saying, sir? We don't have time. Please take it. He's like, oh, no, No, I need a corner. I got to cry, and it's like cowardice acts. So I went up to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm like, good afternoon, ma'am. How are you? Can I have a moment of your time? And that's when one of the other guards came up. Remember, they were all positioned up on the upper tiers, all had cameras on. I thought we were going to get killed, man. I'm like, these guys are in an elevated position with freaking weapons. We're about to die. This is a killing fish in a fish barrel. And she's just kind of sitting there. She had her little notepad with her, like she was going to take some notes or do some good for the country, because she got voted in because the country believed in her and her wisdom and her BS, man, is what it came down to. Sideshow clown act circus number 3. And I'm like, ma'am, I have some information I'd like to give you. She's like, what is it? I'm like, I have all the names. Tao, Tyndall, Crispin, Haros, Bagshaw, Augustine, Edwards, Riley, freaking Hawkins, Harding, Lynn, Patera. These are just Smiley, Williams, Smith. These are just some of the names of the most heinous players. The cops. How do I know these names? Because I've watched their camera footage, man. And you can fact check anything that I say. So I tried to pass the information off to her. She wouldn't do it, dude. And I grabbed her notepad. I'm like, here, I'll do it for you. Gave her camera angle 0810 and 0725. Those are the biggest ones, man. Jeez Louise. They didn't even look at this information, man. And
so to paint a picture for you, like
I'm gonna mace myself, man. Oh, God.
so we spent hours and hours looking at video footage in there. I won't say you guys did. You have vital information, and so we went on to prison and all this stuff. We were released. We were pardoned by the president, released from prison, and you would think that everything is normal again, right, Jeff? I mean, there's no lawsuits or anything going on. Is that correct? Or
so we'll lead into this clown. His name is David Augustine, captain of the MPD. He has a cohort. His name is Captain Bagshaw, and along with his other cowardice friends. But they all run together, man. They cover down on each other. It's so corrupt. It's unbelievable. And when you watch the video footage, it starts as soon as this sissy gets out of his car, and I want to put it out there on video right now. I invoke my right, challenge by mutual combat in the octagon. That is a thing in Texas. That is a thing here in America. That you can charge a man and challenge him to bare knuckle combat in the octagon to solve our discrepancies. I will do it. I don't need a mouthpiece. I will beat him. Anyway, so guy.
Hold on, Jeff. Hold on. You're getting off track. Go with me real quick.
My ADHD was kicking.
So we were pardoned, released, and you were sued. Now you're party to a big lawsuit. Now, what is that lawsuit? Can you kind of give me like the framework for it? Who all's on it?
David Augustine is charging me with. He's accusing me of PTSD, TBI, strike fear. This is all. It's on the lawsuit. Permanent body disfigurement. He had to change his job because of fear of retaliation by J6ers. I'm like, he just like wets himself every time a car horn goes off. It's like he's almost permanently crippled.
What's he asking for in the lawsuit?
He's asking for $1 million for this lawsuit.
Okay.
I'm like, am I the only one here taking crazy pills, man? Does anybody not think this is insane? And then John Kiyonaga, my attorney, who I told him about the lawsuit. Oh, well, Jeff, it's just a thing. You don't have to worry about it. Other than that,
does a presidential pardon not cover a civil suit?
No.
You have to think of this like, I'm sorry to bring it up, but think of this like OJ. Remember, he was acquitted. But he was still found guilty in a civil suit. Think of it like that.
Okay.
So if you can be found innocent in a civil suit, that would really help you because.
This guy did everything but his job. When you ask these clowns one question, when you arrive on scene, what is the scope of your job? Go down the line, the scope of your job. To take command and control if you're the highest ranking official. If not, take orders from superior officers or give orders to subordinates right off the bat. In the military, the first thing that you learn as a private is in the absence of orders, you will take charge until relieved of command. You see what I'm saying?
Were they the highest ranking, like Captain Bagshaw and Captain Augustine? Were they the highest?
There. I can't remember their names. I don't have those notes anymore. The FBI took them for myself.
Actually, they showed up on their own volition, not called by the Capitol Police.
Exactly. They were claiming to be federal agents when they were never called. They just showed up and then started calling.
Who was? I didn't know that part. Who was?
MPD.
All of MPD.
And that's Metro Police, which would be Washington, DC Metro Police. Okay, just for those lay people like myself who, I just wanted to clarify that. Didn't mean to interrupt. Okay, go on.
No, they showed up there that day unannounced, and they came to beat people. And it was evident from the moment that we got there on the ground, and it was evident in the videos that we watched. This guy's, you got Daniel Tao, Sergeant Tao. The guy's only running around with him. He's the only one there in a ski mask with ski goggles on, tasing the crap out of people. Walks up to his superiors. He's like, "Man, I got 3 ECMs. What do you got, man? Yeah, it's cool." And then he runs off. The first
he looked like Antifa in the videos.
Is that what you're saying? Like, is that what that means?
What?
He's bragging about his taser to other officers? Okay,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
There should have been somebody that said, "Hey, man, stop what you're doing right now. Get control of yourself. Get control of your squad. Organize yourself. We need to push these people off the line." But they did not. And it goes into it, man. And I'll describe the actions of the people and the superior officers that were all collected together doing absolutely nothing to stave anything. And
texting and taking selfies.
Yeah, my man. Yeah, that was Edwards. Edwards and was a Brock. But gosh, man, his name. I haven't said his name in a long time. But he's like, "Yeah, take a picture of me, man. I don't have my camera with me." And he's shooting 40 millimeter CS gas into the crowd just randomly. And they don't even need to do it, you know?
Right. So to set the context, you've got high-ranking Metro police officers, especially Augustine and Bagshaw. And I believe Bagshaw has a questionable past from violence. And I know he's killed some people in D.C. I know he's at least shot one person and killed him in D.C.
Yeah, he was at a restaurant or something, and somebody said something about his bang bang shrimp platter, and he got pissed.
Right. But so these guys are leadership on the ground in a critical situation, and they are running around acting like maniacs. And I saw a video of, because I was hit from behind by Bagshaw, and I didn't do it. I hadn't done anything. And so when you have leadership acting the way we're about to show how Augustine ran around and did all this nonsense that day, and then wants to turn around and act like he's the victim and he needs $1 million lawsuit, and he's going to try to force somebody who served the military honorably, witnessed him, this officer, violently, was it beating a woman? Is that what he did? Or sprayed a woman? Or what did I forget what he did?
Are you talking about what triggered me to get involved?
Yes.
Now, that was Glenn Lambardini of the MPD.
Okay.
Lieutenant Terrace sprayed this elderly woman standing in front of me.
Okay.
And then Glenn Lambardini commences smashing her vigorously, throwing her body backwards. She was a small woman and could not see. And he beat her 3 separate times, dude.
Right.
And the crowd ran forward before me. And then I was just like, these guys are completely out of control. But before that, I've been watching MPD just overhand striking, axe chopping people with batons when they couldn't get away from the line because you had people behind them pushing them forward. Hence Antifa and BLM and all these other clowns that were there dressed like Trump supporters.
Right. Okay. Well, if we can pull that video up, Marie.
So I think that the video that we were going to talk about, and I will, because I think this is where what you were actually asking, Jeff, is about Captain Augustine. Well, basically because Jeff says he's responsible for the fall of the West Terrace, and this is what he's kind of going to narrate, hopefully. Him just blatantly firing off canisters and then kicking it right up his own line of officers. Didn't mean to. You can edit that if you want. But I thought you had specifically asked Jeff, and that was the video that we were going to talk about.
No, for sure, that's right. That's a good lead in, and that's what I think Maurice is bringing it up now.
So, and the thing about this, all right, this is Captain Augustine. Bagshaw is on the other side of him. Okay.
Okay.
You got two
They have a
captains
car.
in the same vehicle. All right, which is completely unheard of. Why they were together? You never put two ranking officials in the same vehicle. I've seen this video. I don't know how many times. Bagshaw's working it here. It's going to take a few minutes. You could probably go forward to about 13 on the body cam footage. If you look, there you go on the top right, about 13:23. All right. So you went a little. All right. So we'll just go with it here. So Augustine doesn't know what to do. He's just walking around. All right. He's got a canister of mace, like bear spray. And
this is his body cam, right?
Yeah,
this is Augustine's.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you backtrack, well, you won't be able to hear it because his camera cuts out once in a while with audio. About 13:24, we're about 10 more minutes into it. About 13:24, 13:23, you will see Tao come up and talk to him. And he's like, I got 3 ECMs. Look at now. 13:30. Don't look at the flags. Look at the composition of the police. In the military, you have organization. The commanders should be telling the platoon sergeants what to do. The platoon sergeants are telling the squad leaders all the way down to the lowest common denominator of what to do. Okay. So right now, if you look at it, you have a line of police officers up front. Their last order was to hold the line. They have enough people here right now to push everybody off the Capitol steps right now, but they are not doing it. You've got about 400 police officers here, okay? And he's just walking around doing his thing. Nothing really happens until
we're trying to get it back to 13:23. Hang on, just as going by the time. Yeah, go backwards.
Yeah, with the body cam footage up top.
Yeah, there
right.
you go. Almost there.
So he's coming down the steps right here. Yeah, you could just let it play. So when you're listening to this, you will hear cops. Watch all the people, man. They are gassed. These people are jacked by their own munitions, okay? And they're just like, dude, I'm done. I can't take no more of this. And they're laid out all over the place, man. And as Captain Augustine starts getting into the mix and gets the Mark 46 high pressurized sprayer, he just starts randomly spraying people with this stuff. But the winds are so high that it blows back. And if you got audio, he's going to come underneath this bridge. Look at these officers laid out. They can't breathe. You're going to hear it for a moment. This guy walks up and he's like, "Hey, we gotta hold the line, you know." And he's like, "Yeah, we gotta hold the line." He doesn't know what to do yet. Okay, he's still.
Can you turn the audio down? Okay.
So this guy right here, that colonel, tells him, "Hey, hold the line." All right. And now it's coming up. You're gonna see Tal coming up pretty soon. You'll recognize it because he's the only one with the ski mask on.
The only one that looks like Antifa.
Yeah, pretty much. Look at everybody's just choking out, man, because they can't stop. Why? Because Sergeant Edwards, Sergeant Wiley, Powell, Tyndall, Pressman, and Lieutenant Harrows are launching, and right around here, if I'll shut up, you can go back and watch it. You will hear the pepper ball guns going off, and they're shooting rubber bullets randomly into the crowd. That's Sergeant Wiley, that guy to the right with no helmet on.
Yeah.
Got 1980s hairdo. He's a malicious. That's Cal right there.
Yeah, there you go.
I got another taser.
This doesn't seem at all to me like what police do during a riot. They're all just standing around, and it has never seemed to me to fit the narrative at all.
So they're acting independently because they are watching their ranking officers do their thing. So these guys start feeding off of each other, okay? And nobody knows what to do, all right? You've got all this law enforcement, but nobody is taking charge of anything, all right? Now, they could have pushed everybody off. It just keeps going, man.
Well, the unusual thing is they never told anybody, hey, you need to disperse, you need to leave, you're not allowed to be here. They never got on a loudspeaker. They never said, hey, if you're here, you're breaking the law. This could be considered a felony. Because if they would have said that, most of the people would have left. I would say probably all of the people would have left. Because if there would only been a few left, then everybody else would have left.
At approximately 2:30, somewhere right around there, 2:25.
14:30.
14:30. No, not that far. No, you'll hear it in the background. Okay. So as we skip forward, you will see all this stuff, man. And it just random acts by Augustine. Okay. Stop right there. He gets up on the wall right here. He stays there and just starts nuking people. He is told 3 times by subordinates to stop spraying mace. And then he comes down off the wall. He's like, hey, we got to stop spraying mace. All right. And I'm trying to find it. It was like.
So it doesn't look like anybody's being, resistant or fighting back or doing anything right now. Everybody's standing around.
No, it picks up. It picks up when Augustine starts spraying. You're going to see him. He's going to start nuking people here, man. And then he injects himself. Now watch the actions as you start. This is going to take a long time. You're going to have to watch it. But he injects himself into the fray to become a line soldier so he doesn't have to make a decision. Right now, he shouldn't even be up on the wall. He should have somebody else up there, but he's looking for some action. He doesn't want to make a decision. He wants to be a line soldier so he can spray people because that's all he does. It runs around, I got spray. I got spray. He should be yelling out names saying, Steve, Harry, Tara, whatever, do this, and coordinating it. But he's not. He is a line soldier now.
I'll tell you, let me say something, Joe. I'll tell you what we'll do for the viewers, for the people who are interested in this and want to watch it for themselves. What I'll do is I'll get Jeff to send me a copy of his notes, and we will post this whole video, just the body cam footage, on our Rumble page and our YouTube page and anywhere else. And we'll have the notes along with it so you can go to the minute points that Jeff is talking about so you can see the actions of this officer, Captain Augustine, for yourself.
All right. Yeah. Go down here. We'll get to the fall of the West Terrace. Go down to 1425.
All right.
Come here.
All right. So, all right. Just keep going. So he goes downstairs, comes back up. All right. And this is it right here. This is the fall of the West Terrace.
Somebody threw that or what?
They shot the grenade short. That was Sergeant Edwards, Tara Tyndall, and those guys shooting random munitions. Augustine has a set of non-puncture gloves, puncture-resistant gloves.
Yeah.
Look at all these people. I counted 37 officers just gave it the double barrel middle finger. And
they're like, we're out of here.
We're going to go. They can't breathe anymore, man. They're done. So instead of picking it up, he kicked it further down the line. Look at all these officers now.
Can't breathe.
Because of their lack of command and control and ability to know how to shoot their weapon systems effectively. It was a gigantic training day for these guys.
He can't breathe either, it looks like.
Nope, he can't because he gassed himself. Right?
Freaking idiot.
Yeah, he's about ready to eat me here in a minute. You're about to watch it. 30 seconds. He's going to go up here. He's removed him. Look at all the officers walking away. They're just like done. So
he should have had their masks on.
Yeah, he goes up and starts getting with Bagshaw and Tao. Tao's got Bagshaw in a white knuckle grip right here in about 15 seconds. All right. He's up there right now at the top of the stairs yelling at Captain Bagshaw about what to do. Sir, that's Tao right there. He's going to get Bagshaw. And they get into a heated argument. Tao's trying to get him to make a rash decision. What are we going to do? We're getting – see how he's got him?
Yeah.
And he's yelling. Right here, Augustine asks Tao, the only man that is completely out of control.
Right.
Listen.
We need to make some decisions.
Listen.
I feel like these guys have done some dirt together before.
You think?
I don't know yet. He asked Tao, a subordinate, what do you want to do?
Right.
And Tao's like, I don't know, man. We got to go. Now, this is where he meets me. You see Lieutenant Hawkins going, get him. Get that one right there. He's punching people. Right here. That's me. Yeah. Look at those muscles. Taste it.
Taste
Get
it.
some of that.
Taste it.
You see
Back
it.
up. Back up, because I want to be clear on who Jeff is. Can you back up to where Jeff is there?
So
Exactly.
he's spraying me like point blank range with that
Okay.
Mark 46.
After that.
Him and Bagshaw are hosing me down.
Okay.
You see
Yeah,
my
brother.
hands come up like that. And
There
you
you go.
got Lieutenant
Okay.
Hawkins, who used to be a dude, is now a
Pause
chick.
Right there. You gotta pause it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm up to the right there.
Right
That's
there.
me,
Right
man.
there.
You can see
him
my
just to
helmet
the
and
left
gas
of his
mask.
hands. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm defending myself because you got Sergeant Riley, who is right behind me. Yeah, get some of that, Augustine. You don't want any more of that. Sissy. He ran away. He's like, ow. And then he came back. He's like, oh, get in front of me. I don't know what to do.
And he's still firing off mace.
Yes. Yes.
He's still
Him
doing
and
it.
Bagshaw are
So
a
$1 million
pair.
lawsuit because he's ineffective at his job. Looks like he went right back over there.
He
He
did.
did.
He's not doing anything.
He's not hurt either if he went right back over there.
Look, the whole line is gone now because all those officers just walked away and everybody stepped forward because of their actions and their inability to take action in a situation. They had the upper hand and they gave it away.
Right.
And now you've got the crisis actors and everybody else running forward. He doesn't know what to do. He still doesn't know what to do. And he's just staying with Bagshaw.
If they would
You
have
know the
just
part where they're crying in the bathroom and
Yep.
pouring water on themselves and the stick in their face and the fans after what they're doing to you guys.
They're right now. They're about to collapse and go back up the steps. So you got subordinates running around. We got to get back. See, he shouldn't even be talking to anybody. You know, he should be telling other people what to do. But now there is nobody else to tell what to do because everybody left because of the gas. And the riot agents, these guys keep spraying, man. I mean, they neutralize themselves. So he doesn't know what to do, and he goes on. Once he gets up to the upper terrace, that's when he starts bragging about the scratch on his face. Yeah, you know, looks pretty sexy, doesn't it? Yeah, it's cool. You know, shit happens. You know,
Nothing about that guy is sexy. Okay, go on.
guy sounds like a coward. When you hear his voice, he has no testes. sounds like a
Testes,
transvestite.
1, 2, 3. So the lines. It looks like there's really no cohesion to the line at this point.
There's not. They've lost complete control. People are still throwing frozen water bottles, sticks, bricks. That's why I had all that gear on because I was getting hit from behind, and that's when they were beating that woman right in front of me. I was like, dude, I'm not standing around for this. I'm going to take action. And so, yeah, they've lost it. He's about to go back up, and that's when he starts bragging about his injury to other officers. He goes downstairs in the bathroom, and he's like, checking. He's like, yeah, man, this looks pretty cool. You know, that's Lieutenant Lynn. She's like yelling, we got to fall back. All is lost.
COVID mask on.
Yeah.
With the pink mask? Okay. Now, there's a pink theme in there. Doesn't Augustine wear a pink bandage?
Yeah. So everybody's leaving. And everybody's just standing there now. You know, and Augustine's trying to hold the line. Get back, get back. He should be orchestrating things. Once again, he is not doing the scope of his job.
He's not a leader at all.
They could have organized. They should have done it.
They're all the way around him. They're all on the upper terrace, on the north side of the west terrace now.
What I never understood, Jeff, was we know, I don't even know military tactics, but I would say that the easiest points to hold would have been the staircases,
right?
The tops of the staircases,
choke points.
Yeah, choke points. Hold those points, and you're good. And if you look at all the places that these officers retreat to, it's stairwells. And then the one on the front of the West Terrace is 2 stairwells that go up. One goes up inside to the lower West Terrace where the inauguration speeches happen. And it would have been very easy for them just to retreat to that point. But instead, they retreated all the way inside to the Capitol, which allowed people a lot more access than they should have been allowed.
Yeah. So around 14:36, about 4 more minutes, they're all going to be up on the West Terrace. And that's when Augustine comes across this girl. And hold on, man. Hey, I'm on a call right now. Can I give you a shout back? Don't say anything. I'm going to call you back.
Okay.
So he's up there. This is where they're trying to form it up. So you got random people just yelling anything, man. But they got so many there. This is where she's like, "Oh, sir, your face. Look what happened." He's like, "Yeah, it looks pretty cool." He's like, "Do I look hot?"
How bad is it? Is it cool?
Is it cool?
He's like, "Yeah, you look hot." And then
Is it cool?
We good? Yeah, we're good.
Are you good? Yeah, we're good.
yeah, so he says that shit all the way around. He doesn't make any actions. He grabs that wheelbarrow there with somebody else's equipment. Just random maneuvers, man. Hey, we got to hold the line. We got to hold the line. So he grabs his colonel.
I want to take this back, but we need enough people first. Okay. Problem is the sprays, if the wind's blowing it right in.
There it is again.
We can hold that. Okay. They're going in the Capitol. We got to stop them.
So all is lost. Everybody's in the Capitol. They're all the way around in a horseshoe. The civilians are in a horseshoe formation. They're up on the bleachers. They're in the stairwells. They're everywhere, man. And these guys, they've got like 300 or 400 cops here, and no one. They're not pushing anybody.
They're
back.
standing around.
You watched. Remember, hey, Laura. Remember we were talking about how the ranking officers have cell phones. These guys should be on comm systems, speaking to one another, but they don't. They're all got Blackberries or whatever, man, that they're using. And you'll see them come together, man. It's all over the place. Somebody is dead. Like I've told you before, whoever is in the control tower is controlling the people on the play field. Who was in the control tower? Police Chief Son and Police Chief Pittman watching the monitors, controlling the actors on the play field.
Mm-hmm. Which it looks like I think they basically just shut down comms. They were just allowing them to just flounder or flop around out there. It doesn't look like anybody had command.
It doesn't look like a riot or a crisis or a war zone at all. These guys are standing around, taking selfies, firing off a canister or some mace here and there. I mean, this does not look like what think
Laura.
police do in a riot.
This was the worst thing since Pearl Harbor and 9/11 and the Civil War in Vietnam and all those other places combined. There are more people, died here than anywhere else.
I'm telling you.
Because
it was on TV.
The decision-making process that they don't have. See, now you can see the thing. Some of the other people, they're like, "Hey, man, we got to push this stuff back." See, then you got people helping Augustine with his helmet. He's like, "Pull security for me, man. Watch my back."
Pull security for me?
Yeah.
In the middle of a riot?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Jeff. If you had 200 Capitol Police and you had 400 Metro PD, I don't even think that's enough to really secure a perimeter around the Capitol. It's such a large property. You would almost have to just secure it building by building or something.
At 1700, they pushed everybody off because the curfew was coming. That colonel that came up to him, I can't remember his name, is just like, "This is over with. They're gone. Push them off right now." These guys formed a line with shields and shoved everybody off the Capitol grounds. And Tao and Tyndall and Crispin and those guys were still throwing munitions, still arresting people, still tasing people, still spraying mace. I mean, it just goes on and on and on with. Look at all these people standing around waiting for something to do.
Looks like the guards at the DC jail. That's what it looks like.
Yes. Overweight, out of shape, purple-haired bull dykes. It just
DEI at work.
Yeah, and taxpayers' dollars not hard at work.
Do you ride your bike up to a riot? I mean,
who rides a bike?
The whole thing is so bizarre. People need to see because they've never seen this body cam footage. All they've ever seen is, the bits and clips of things the television let them see. People need to look around and look at these things and see these are not police being attacked by anybody. This is just a whole bunch of chaos.
So what Augustine is explaining to these clowns right here that just rolled up, you don't even have to listen to, I'll tell you. He's like, "Hey, you guys got orders? Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to form a line over here, and eventually we're gonna build it up. If you see somebody fall down, just replace them." He's just mimicking just stupid stuff that he did earlier. And look at all these police officers standing around. In the absence of orders, you take charge. You understand? Yeah. So and you got officers so the threat level is so high. You got these dudes chilling the most. most bone cold chilling on the stoop, my man. West Side, and I mean, they should be smacking lips on a rib right now. It's like, I mean, come on, man. What's up, bro? So it's like, get a grip, man. It makes me want to puke. And Augustine doesn't know. He's just, I could go on for hours.
Anything.
So do you want to, is there more points you want to highlight or?
Nah, man, he goes downstairs into the bathroom and talks about his injury and other stuff. He's suing me for all this money. And he's just a coward, man, is all it is. But I want you guys to understand, once you were explained the chain of command and how it works, you will be able to narrate this for yourself. Okay? Don't look at the action. Look at the inaction of what is taking place. There is a lot. You see what I'm saying?
Well, okay, let's just hypothetically say, what if MAGA came armed and they were seriously hell-bent on like taking over the Capitol or whatever they were going to do? They would have been in trouble. They would have scattered like.
That would have been the biggest gunfight ever. And you know what this whole thing, and I'll get back to this, to its base foundation, is you had mob on mob violence. The police officers became a mob. They had no command and control. They were just like the J6ers, and it turned into the largest gang fight ever. And
so if we can, Jeff, I know what I did when I got back to my hotel room, and I know what everybody else does when they get pepper spray. What they need to do, they need to go online and go to sugarcreekgoods.com and use promo code Shane to get their Sugar Creek Goods soap. It's the best soap at helping you get OC spray and pepper spray off of you.
Yes.
But I got a commercial. We need to holler at our sponsors, put our sponsors out there. Kitty, we're doing a commercial. Hang on.
You're driving me crazy over here. Make your appearance. Go.
Here we go. Oh, hey, how's it going? Do you ever feel not so fresh? When I feel not so fresh, I use Sugar Creek Goods. Get the Freedom Bar at sugarcreekgoods.com. Sugar Creek Goods is a small family-owned business located in Indiana. Their goal is to use God's perfect and nourishing creation to produce quality, all-natural skincare products. They specialize in handcrafted, all-natural soaps and sundries, including facial toner, salt, scrubs, body butters, and many more. All products are made in the USA by American patriots. Sugar Creek Goods, crafted for the bold, the free, the American spirit.
Oh my God.
What happened to it?
You have to make a video of that, Jeff.
I will.
The video froze for a second.
Tell me when you're. Tell me.
But yeah, go to Sugar Creek. We'll put it in there after the fact. You'll edit it in. But yeah, go to sugarcreekgoods.com. Use promo code Shane. Rob Morris and I are having a contest to see who can sell the most Sugar Creek goods. So if you're going to go, you got to use promo code Shane because you get a 15% discount. Those people have been very supportive of the January 6th community, along with Don and Donna, people like Laura, who have been supportive in all we've done. And people see the unjustness of what has happened to us. Again, was it a little heated? Yeah, it was a little heated. Did that officer sustain $1 million injury, and is he going to be incapable of performing his job ever again? It seems like he was incapable of performing his job before that incident occurred. But I don't know how his leadership. So, is there anything you would like to say further, Jeff, about, obviously, Stand in the Gap is trying to work with Carol Stewart in regards to your civil suit, and we are attempting to. Well, she said she was going to take it on for free, and we commend her for that. But like I said, we also want to get her some money because it is not easy work, and I'm sure it's not easy going into these DC courtrooms and fighting against the machine. And so, if you want to help Jeff, I think there's a link on Stand in the Gap for the legal fund for Jeff. I may be wrong, but if you do want to support Stand in the Gap and what we're doing, this is Jeff's Gifts and Go. So if you personally want to help Jeff, this goes directly to him. That's his Gifts and Go link right there. If you want to go to that,
it's my boo-boo doggy.
Yeah, Jeff is definitely. We all need financial help, but help Jeff, man. He honorably offered up life and limb for this country and served on foreign battlefields. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I want to thank Stand in the Gap and Patriot Freedom Project for helping me out with my attorney fees and things like that. Carolyn Stewart is a juggernaut. She is working every time we talk on the phone, she is helping me protect myself against Captain Augustine, David Augustine of the MPD. Those guys are completely corrupt. The whole police department is corrupt. Anyway, but Stand in the Gap, Patriot Freedom Project have helped me so much. The Give, Send, Go money that is given to me, what you see behind me, this wall, this is my friend's house. I don't have a house anymore. Everything was removed from me. These clothes were purchased for me. Okay. I buy my clothes at the Goodwill. I live off the graces of the American population. And my children, my son joined the military, so he's in the Navy now, and my daughter is going off to school. She is utilizing my GI Bill college fund from the military to go to school. Plus the money from the Give, Send, Go goes to her support as well. So this money is not grifted. I don't buy lavish gifts or anything. I'm wearing shorts. I've been wearing the same pair of Vans now since I got out, after I got rid of my rubber shoes from Fort Worth.
Hey, and you also had a bear break into your vehicle. If that's
yeah, last night, man, I forgot. I was like an idiot. I had a bear break into my vehicle. That dude was clever, man. He hit the door, jumped in. He changed the side mirrors out, refixed my radio channels to some country western garbage. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
And he ate your candy bars.
Ate my Nutter Butters and ate my Snickers.
That
drank
son of a
water, bit into my because I make my own sandwiches and stuff like that because it's cheaper. Bit into my mustard pack. Dude, there was mustard in my car. I could see his little claw marks on my seats and stuff where he was reclining the seats back and forth.
You got to lock your vehicle, Jeff.
Yeah, man. I'm like, why does this thing not fit? Dude, someone's been in my car.
Sitting in my chair.
Yeah, Brian, the little bastard, is a liberal bear. I know he was liberal. So, and just like after every riot of beating Skinny Jean ass, I wash all the mace off my body with Sugar Creek Goods, man. Cleans me.
Yeah, go to sugarcreekgoods.com, promo code Shane.
Man. That lavender, man, that brings the man out of me, man. It's just so good.
God
Laura,
bless you
do
guys.
you have any closing remarks, Laura?
I really don't. I'm honored to be able to talk to you guys tonight. And Jeff, I think you hit some really good stuff. I think that's what we were looking for. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you guys for all you're doing, for all you did, for all you're doing now, because none of you are sitting around. You're all, using it and getting to work. So I want to thank you guys for that. Never give up, never quit, never think that it was for nothing or useless, because it wasn't. History's being made now. You guys revealed something for all of us. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I believe that God chose each and every one of you to reveal all of this.
That's right.
And I just want to thank you for your sacrifice. And I truly believe you're American heroes. Everyone needs to do their part to help all of these guys who need help because of what our government did to them and because of what they did for us. And I'm just really proud to know you guys. And I want to say it, I've said it to others, I'll say it to both of you. I personally am really sorry for what our government did to you. I'm so sorry.
It's guerrilla warfare, girl. Guerrilla warfare against
That's right.
the
It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen
action
again.
talks, BS walks.
You got any closing remarks, Jeff?
I love you
You
guys.
know he does.
Give us something, Jeff. Take some action. That's what we want, right?
Yeah. You want to see my tattoo?
Yeah.
Not really.
That's the Crusader cross right there.
Crusader cross.
That cost me 2 bags of chocolate chip cookies and 5 ramens.
In prison? That's your prison tattoo?
Hell yeah.
Well,
You
I
either
want
get
to.
raped, get in a fight, or get a tattoo. So
Well,
I accomplished 2 of the 3. You guess.
You hit
I
the
love
cycle.
I gotta say, Of course, it was not fun to be in there together at all, but it could have been a lot worse if you guys didn't have each other.
That's right.
It's better now. It is. It's better now, and I'm proud to have met a lot of these guys. I'm not going to go down the list of names, but I'm proud to have met them, and I hope we stay friends for a long time, man. I appreciate it.
You're my bro, Jeff. I love you, and please, you guys, if you can, go out, support Jeff McKellop. Go his Gifts and Go. His link was on the show earlier, but please look at that. And then if you can, check out Laura's shows. I'm honored to have y'all on here, dude. I'm honored to serve in this capacity. I'm not a professional podcaster. I've been blessed to just kind of hang out with my friends and have good conversations about what we've endured. But this is a time for action, America. And if you can help us in any way, if you need to go to standinthegap.foundation, or if you can go to sugarcreekgoods.com and support hardworking Americans, use promo code Shane to do that. If you can donate to Jeff, sending him a few bucks, he could definitely use that. And we're trying to put our lives back together, and it has been a challenge, and it has not been easy, but it is getting better. I will say that. And we just want to make sure that nobody ever forgets what happened to us, because it can happen to you just like it happened to us. It is important that this never be forgotten, and I think better things are coming. I do believe that the government is going to look out for us for what we endured, and they certainly should. But man, I'm honored to have you guys on. If there's anything you want to do, if you can, Jeff, I need to get the copy of those notes so I can post it on the Rumble, or like
I'll call you, man. And you know what? I'll call you, man. We'll get offline.
Okay. Well, just remember, America, we're playing chess, not checkers, and I'm thankful that you're watching this show.